We have some crazy news about Call of Duty 2026, which is rumored to be Modern Warfare 4.
The forbidden Modern Warfare game we never got back in the day.
It all starts with this tweet from Charlie Intel saying new rumors on Infinity Ward's next Call of Duty game. Now, it is important to keep in mind that these are just rumors. This is not officially confirmed, but this information is coming from the Ghost of Hope, and he's a well-known Call of Duty leaker who's gotten a lot of stuff right in the past. So on Charlie Intel's tweet, he summarized this by saying it's expected to be another Modern Warfare title with a 2026 release. It's expected to feature Omnimovement and Wall-running, and the multiplayer may include some Modern Warfare 3 2011 maps remastered along with new maps. And if we go to the Ghost of Hope tweet, he had said, what I'm hearing about Infinity Ward's next game is currently scheduled for late 2026. Infinity Ward will be utilizing Omnimovement and Wall-running, which is currently rumored to be a feature in COD 2025 as well in their game. Infinity Ward will also be remastering a majority of Modern Warfare 3 OG maps for their game alongside new original maps. And look, man, I know there's a lot of people out there that are not all that excited for Infinity Ward's next game. I know some people are really dreading it, and they don't necessarily want to see more of the Modern Warfare sub-series. But these rumors are super interesting for a number of reasons, and it doesn't just have to do with Call of Duty in 2026 and Modern Warfare 4. It also has to do with next year's Call of Duty game, as well as the rumored game that Sledgehammer is going to be releasing in 2027. And Charlie Intel did not mention this in his tweets, but when the Ghost of Hope was talking about utilizing Omni-movement and wall-running, he had a callback to the rumors that it's going to be a feature in Call of Duty 2025 as well, and I have covered this in a couple of previous videos now at this point. If you guys haven't seen those videos, I would highly recommend checking those out after you watch this video, because off the top of my head, I can't remember every little detail from what was happening back then, but in a nutshell, it's rumored that the next Call of Duty game in 2025 is going to be a sequel to Black Ops 2. And I know that's a little confusing because some people are like, well, we already had a sequel to Black Ops 2. It was Black Ops 3. But we have to try to look at it like this. All of the Black Ops games, including World at War as well, all fits in a certain part of the overall Black Ops timeline. And ultimately, Call of Duty 2025 would just be a game that takes place after the events of Black Ops 2 in the near future setting, which, ironically enough, back then was taking place in 2025. And guess what next year is? It's 2025, and it's like the perfect time for them to either remaster Black Ops 2 or do a sequel game to Black Ops 2, which is what the rumors and the leaks are suggesting. But what makes this even more interesting is the fact that they're going to still be incorporating the new Omni-movement system in Black Ops 6 into the next game. And I know that the Ghost of Hope is saying that it's wall running, but we also saw some stuff saying that it was like wall hopping, which I don't think is quite the same. When I think of wall running, I think of Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, where you could just jump up onto a wall and you can just, you know, run alongside it. But this whole wall hopping thing, which was leaked before from an early playtest for what seems like basically a focus group that got to play the next Call of Duty game early and try this feature out, back then it did sound different, but maybe they're just straight up bringing back wall running. And what makes all of this really interesting is that currently, right now in the game in Black Ops 6, we have Omni movement. And then it sounds like if wall running or wall hopping, whatever it's going to be, makes its way into Call of Duty 2025, and even Infinity Ward will be adopting this with Modern Warfare 4, then that means for Call of Duty 2027, I know it's quite a ways out, guys, but just hear me out. It is also rumored that Sledgehammer Games will be making their own project for 2027, and if that's the case, we could be going back to a futuristic EXO Call of Duty game, especially if the movement systems in the game just keep climbing and climbing. You know, they keep pushing the boundaries, they keep advancing the movement. Ironically enough, we could be moving from Omni movement back to advanced movement at some point, especially if wall running is part of the equation, which is one of the reasons why I find this rumor so fascinating. It doesn't just tie into Modern Warfare 4, but it also affects Call of Duty 2025 as well as Call of Duty 2027. But regardless of how we feel about Infinity Ward and some of the recent games that they've been working on, I personally do think it is cool to see that we're going to have a Modern Warfare 4, mostly because back in the day, we were expecting to get a Modern Warfare 4, but instead we got Call of Duty Ghosts, and that's where things kind of seems to take a turn for the worse for the Call of Duty franchise. There was a lot of panic back then, and even though people were calling the OG Modern Warfare 3, you know, like Modern Warfare 2.5, and they were saying it was like so bland and boring, and that they needed to change things and mix it up, well, we got Ghosts instead back then. But hey, at least back then with Call of Duty Ghosts, the most AI was doing was just being advanced fish AI.
And also added an AI system to it. So we have fish move out of the way when you get close to them.
But I digress. It looks like we're going to be getting Modern Warfare 4 in 2026, and what's interesting about this as well is that Infinity Ward is basically kind of forced into having Omni movement and wall running, which kind of sounds like the opposite of what they've been wanting to do with their recent Modern Warfare games. It sounds like they've been wanting to slow the pace down, they've been wanting to make it more tactical or more realistic, and I'm sure there's some arguments out there for Omni movement being realistic. I'm not too sure about wall running or wall hopping. I mean, sure, you can hop off of a wall, but regardless, I don't know if that's necessarily the pace and the style of gameplay that Infinity Ward wants for their game, and it's just interesting to see that this is almost in a way kind of being forced upon them, and they have to integrate this in the next game. And funnily enough, this takes us back to another tweet from the Ghost of Hope, which I think I might have briefly talked about, but I don't think I got to cover it in depth, but now's the perfect time. On November 21st, he had actually tweeted out saying, "What I am being told about the future of Call of Duty. Microsoft has set up a new committee under Activision for Call of Duty that will control features and systems at the franchise level and let the studios make suggestions. So whether something like Omni movement, which is new to the franchise, survives past this year will be decided not by Infinity Ward or Treyarch, but by this committee. Studios are being told not to innovate in areas like UI, prestige, certain gameplay features, etc., but rather to focus on innovating on maps, modes, storytelling, as that is where they want the creativity to come from." So when I see a statement like this saying Infinity Ward will be utilizing Omni movement and wall running, it kind of makes me feel like it's not necessarily Infinity Ward's choice. Like, it seems like this new Call of Duty committee might be deciding that for them, and they basically have to integrate it into the game, which is really interesting.
Hey guys, Eric from the future here. I forgot to record this when I was first making the video, but I wanted to add this in here because I just thought it was an interesting talking point as well. But back in the day when we moved from a game like Call of Duty Ghosts, which was really slow paced and didn't really have any crazy movements, it was a really harsh transition to go from that style of Call of Duty gameplay into Advanced Warfare, which had all this crazy advanced exo movement. It was really fast paced, and in general, I just think it's really interesting that it seems like they might be trying to build up the movement system, starting with Black Ops 6 having Omni movement, and then this potential Black Ops 2 remaster or sequel game or whatever it's going to be. It's rumored to have Omni movement, but then also potentially wall hopping, and then Infinity Ward's going to have wall running in 2026, and then who knows, by 2027 with a potential Advanced Warfare 2, we might be back to advanced movement. I just wanted to point that out.
And on top of that as well, it says that Infinity Ward will also be remastering a majority of the OG Modern Warfare 3 maps for their game alongside new original maps. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little worried about getting more new maps from Infinity Ward, like Border Crossing, where both teams are throwing grenades and noob tubing across the map to try to blow up basically the entire map. I gotta admit, that map was stupid, but it was fun at the same time. I think that's exactly what they were going for, but it overall felt like a miss for a lot of the players. But I gotta say, man, remastering a lot of the OG Modern Warfare 3 maps, I think would be a huge W. I mean, I've been dying for Mission to come back from the original Modern Warfare 3. It was such a fun map, and I don't understand how this one has gone completely off their radar. But yeah, it says they're remastering a majority of the Modern Warfare 3 maps. It might not be all of them, but I hope that Mission is one of them, please. But yeah, those are the Modern Warfare 4 rumors. Let's move on to some more Call of Duty news. Strangely enough, Treyarch dropped another patch for Black Ops 6 today, and they said that they released patch notes for this update, but when I went to the website, there's nothing. The latest patch was on Tuesday, December 10th, and if I refresh it, okay, that's actually crazy. Like, I had refreshed the page like 10 minutes ago, and for whatever reason, the patch notes were gone. They were here before, but I guess they're back. We had a fix to the store. Apparently, there was a rare issue where if you tried to add a bundle to your wish list, I guess it wouldn't work. It would give you an error. I'm really happy to see that this rare issue affecting the store is fixed now. But we do have some updates about game modes in multiplayer. They've put Ran Snack as well as Infectious Holiday in the featured playlists, but they also made kind of a weird change to LTMs in the game. Apparently, LTMs will no longer count towards the win requirements for ranked play. And if you guys didn't know, you have to win a certain amount of multiplayer matches in order to even access ranked play in Black Ops 6. So now playing LTMs won't count. Also, limited is spelled wrong. It says limitide. Okay. Next up, we have some general playlist updates for both 10v10 and hardcore 10v10 mosh pit. They're saying that Protocol, Extraction, Hideout, and Hacienda have been added to the map list, but what's really strange is that I've been playing 10v10 recently, and I've been playing Hacienda. I've gotten some of these maps, so I'm not sure when this happened, but it definitely didn't just happen today. Pretty weird stuff. But next up, there is potentially some good news about XP earn rates. Treyarch is saying that they've increased XP and weapon XP earn rates in the following game modes: Domination, Headquarters, Kill Order, Search and Destroy, and they're saying that they also increased just weapon XP earn rates in Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed, and Control. And this is a really nice one, at least for me personally, because I've really been enjoying Prop Hunt. They've increased the XP earn rates in Prop Hunt as well, which is pretty good because Prop Hunt is fun, but it is kind of really bad for getting XP, so I'm glad to see that they've increased this. However, there's a massive caveat for all of this. We don't know exactly how much they've increased the base XP and weapon XP earn rates for any of these modes, so some testing is going to have to be done to see how much they truly increase it by, because there's no specific numbers given here. But yes, overall, this should be a positive change, and it's coming at a pretty good time because we're having double XP this weekend, as well as a free trial for Black Ops 6 multiplayer and zombies. And there were some patch notes for zombies as well, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. But again, if you guys ever want to see the patch notes, I'll have them linked in the description of this video. But honestly, this was a really good update that happened yesterday. Apparently for the hit list events, if you didn't log in when the event was completed, you wouldn't get certain rewards. And Treyarch has fixed this, and they've retroactively given the rewards back to anyone who didn't log in around that time. So yes, if that was you and you didn't get the Seer 9mm unlocked because you didn't log in around that time, you should have access to the gun now, which is really great. I was playing with Matt and John recently, and they were telling me that they didn't get the weapon because they didn't happen to play on the day that the event was completed. So that is really good, and I'm glad that Treyarch fixed this. And just a couple of quick other things too. I saw this really interesting tweet from Detonated saying all potential Black Ops 6 remastered multiplayer maps coming. Specifically from the Avalon Warzone map, they had shared that Hacienda has been released, but Firing Range, Hazard from Black Ops 1, Dig from BO2, or also, you know, it's known as Courtyard, the original one from World of War, WMD from Black Ops 1, Outskirts from World of War, and Yemen from Black Ops 2 have all been found on the Avalon Warzone map. They had also said that Launch is rumored to be coming, but it's not featured on the Avalon map as well. So yeah, I just wanted to point out this tweet. I know obviously at this point we've gone exploring in the outside of the Avalon Warzone map, and we do know a lot of the points of interest, but I feel like this tweet just summarized it pretty nicely. And right here from this tweet, we can kind of easily see all of the potential remastered Black Ops maps that could be coming in Black Ops 6. Now, I'm not exactly sure how valid this rumor is, but I saw this tweet as well saying rumor circulating that an announcement of Activision games coming to Game Pass will be made at the Game Awards. Now, honestly, I don't even know when the Game Awards is. If you guys know, you can let me know in the comments, because I'd be really curious to see if Activision and Xbox Game Studios would be announcing the older Call of Duty games coming to Game Pass, because that's something that a lot of people have been waiting for, especially since Activision Blizzard King has been acquired by Xbox and Microsoft for quite some time now. And at the time of recording this video, the only game that is on Xbox Game Pass is Black Ops 6. And I think Modern Warfare 3. I've said this before, but again, I don't have Xbox Game Pass. I'm not overly familiar with it. But if the older catalog of Call of Duty games do make their way onto Xbox Game Pass, I will definitely let you guys know, and I will definitely hop back on for some throwback COD stuff, because that sounds amazing. Okay, lads, so this tweet literally just popped up as I've been working on this video. Charlie Intel had tweeted saying that Modern Warfare 2, the original, and Modern Warfare 3 have shown up on the Microsoft Store for PC and the PC Xbox app, but there's still no news on Game Pass release, though. I'm not exactly sure what this could mean for the OG Modern Warfare 2 and OG Modern Warfare 3, but it would be so sick to see these games get added to Game Pass and really bring some players back online to those games. And lastly, even though this doesn't have a ton to do with Call of Duty, I did see that first-person mode was added to Fortnite Creative, and Miss Jawa over here created a map that honestly looks a lot like Vacant from Call of Duty 4, and it looks like this tweet blew up because it looks so much like COD 4, and I think he even used like the COD 4 main menu music in this video. And I gotta keep it blue hunted with you guys. I got on Fortnite ballistic mode yesterday, and I did not enjoy it. I mean, I know that it's meant to be more like Counter-Strike and Valorant, but still, the gameplay just kind of feels clunky. It feels like a worse degraded version of those games. And honestly, I'd be more excited to see stuff like this. Like, I know that they can't really put Call of Duty maps in Fortnite because people have tried to do that in the past, and they've gotten cease and desist from Activision. And honestly, rightfully so, because in this case, it would be directly competing with Call of Duty, and Fortnite would basically be poaching Call of Duty players over to Fortnite, which obviously wouldn't make a lot of sense. And unfortunately, it's stuff like that that causes Activision to have to flex the cease and desist power that they have and take these things down, because from their perspective, they can't risk people stealing their stuff and taking players away. And that is really unfortunate, because obviously in this situation, it would be Fortnite taking Call of Duty players away from Call of Duty. But in the past, when we've had clients like X Labs and H2M, as well as SM2, those were just fan-made Call of Duty projects, and it was still, at the end of the day, Call of Duty. But yeah, I don't want to harp on this too much. I just figured I'd talk about this and cover it because it is sort of related to Call of Duty in a way. But yeah, you guys probably noticed in this video that I'm running camos from Modern Warfare 3 on my Black Ops 6 guns in Warzone, and I wasn't necessarily going to cover that in this video, but if you guys want to see a follow-up video on how you can get your camos from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 on your Black Ops 6 guns, definitely let me know in the comments and by dropping a like on this video. And with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me cover the latest Modern Warfare 4 rumors and leaks, as well as a lot of other Call of Duty news. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see some more of the latest Black Ops 6 and Call of Duty stuff, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys later.
Outcome. Train going.